Every night, at exactly midnight, deep inside the forgotten forest hidden far beyond the old village, something impossible appeared from the endless fog. A mysterious train slowly emerged beneath the moonlight, its glowing windows shining like frozen stars in the darkness. No railway should have existed in that place. No human had ever built tracks there. And yet, the train always arrived on time. The ancient railway tracks were older than anyone could remember. Cold iron disappeared beneath thick blue fog, stretching endlessly through the silent forest. The villagers feared that place. For hundreds of years, they whispered stories about shadows moving between the trees and strange lights appearing at midnight. Nobody dared to walk near the tracks after sunset. According to the old legends, the ghost train did not belong to this world. Some believed it carried lost souls through the darkness between worlds. Others believed the train searched endlessly for new passengers who would never return home again. But nobody truly knew where the train came from, or where it disappeared before sunrise. But on one cold autumn night, everything changed. A lonely black cat wandered through the forest beneath the pale moonlight. The wind moved silently between the ancient trees, and somewhere far away, a train whistle echoed through the darkness. The cat stopped. Its glowing blue eyes slowly turned toward the sound. For a moment, the entire forest became completely silent. Slowly, a strange blue glow appeared deep within the fog. At first, it looked distant, almost unreal, but second by second, the light became brighter. And then, the enormous ghost train finally emerged from the darkness. Its iron body looked ancient. Its windows glowed like frozen stars, and thick blue mist drifted endlessly around the moving wheels. The train moved silently through the forest, as if it was floating above the tracks. No passengers could be seen through the glowing windows. No voices echoed from inside, only the cold sound of metal and the endless whisper of the fog surrounding the train. Then, suddenly, the train began to slow down. The enormous ghost train slowly came to a stop beside the ancient tracks. For several long seconds, nothing moved. The forest became unnaturally still. No wind, no sounds, only the faint blue glow escaping from the train windows into the fog. Even the moonlight itself seemed colder now. Then, with a deep metallic sound, the ancient doors slowly opened. Cold fog poured from the darkness inside the train, spreading across the frozen ground like smoke. The black cat stared silently into the endless shadows beyond the doorway. Something inside the train felt wrong, and yet impossible to resist. The glowing blue light reflected inside the cat's eyes. For a moment, it almost looked alive, as if the train itself was watching the lonely creature standing before it, waiting, calling silently from the darkness. The fog moved slowly around the entrance, like ghostly hands reaching into the forest. Without fear, the black cat finally stepped inside the mysterious ghost train. The wooden floor creaked softly beneath its paws. Dim blue lamps flickered along the empty corridor, and behind the cat, the ancient doors slowly closed once again. The train began moving deeper into the darkness, far away from the world it once knew. The corridor inside the train seemed endless. Blue lanterns flickered weakly above the old wooden walls. Shadows moved strangely through the fog. as if something invisible wandered silently between the Vaganov. The cat walked slowly forward. Its footsteps echoed softly through the empty train. Then, the cat noticed the passengers. Silent figures sat motionless beside the frozen windows. Their pale faces were hidden beneath shadows. None of them spoke. None of them moved. And yet, the entire train felt full of unseen eyes watching from the darkness. Outside the windows, the forest was slowly disappearing. The ancient trees faded into endless fog, then into darkness, and finally into something far stranger. A sky filled with silent stars stretched endlessly beyond the train. The ghost train no longer traveled through the forest. It traveled through another world. Floating islands drifted beneath the moonlight. Endless clouds glowed softly in the darkness, and somewhere beyond the stars, unknown worlds waited silently at the center of the train. An ancient clock ticked slowly beside the corridor wall. Its frozen hands pointed exactly to midnight. The sound echoed endlessly through the silent wagons. Tick, 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 as if time itself had stopped inside the ghost train. The black cat slowly approached one of the frozen windows. Outside, the stars moved silently across the endless void. No forests remained, no mountains, no world the cat once knew. Only endless darkness and strange glowing lights drifting far beyond the train. The ghost train continued deeper into the unknown. Its ancient wheels echoed softly through the cosmic silence. Floating islands drifted slowly beneath the glowing moonlight. Waterfalls poured endlessly into the darkness below. And somewhere in the distance, massive shadowy structures appeared between the stars. A gigantic moon slowly rose outside the train windows. Its pale blue light illuminated the endless fog surrounding the train. For a moment, everything became strangely beautiful, silent, dreamlike, as if the ghost train had entered a forgotten world hidden beyond reality itself. Then suddenly, the silence inside the train changed. One by one, the ghostly passengers slowly turned their heads toward the black cat. Their pale eyes glowed faintly within the darkness. None of them spoke, but the air inside the train suddenly felt colder than before. The black cat remained completely still. Outside the windows, the endless stars continued drifting through the darkness. Inside the train, only silence remained, a silence so deep it almost felt alive. It slowly appeared beneath the fog. The ghost train began slowing down once again. Ancient metal groaned softly through the silent wagons and beyond the frozen windows. An abandoned station slowly emerged from the endless mist. The station looked ancient, forgotten, as if nobody had walked there for hundreds of years. Blue lanterns flickered weakly beside the empty platform. Cold fog covered the old stone floor, and somewhere far beyond the mist, unknown shadows moved silently through the darkness. Beyond the station, a silent ghost city stretched beneath the endless night sky. Its distant windows glowed faintly through the fog. The empty streets looked frozen in time. No voices echoed there. No life remained. Only silence and the pale light of the moon above the city. Slowly, the black cat stepped out onto the abandoned platform. Cold mist drifted around its paws. Behind the cat, the ghost train waited silently beside the station. Its glowing windows illuminated the endless fog like distant stars. The cat walked slowly through the empty ghost city. Tall, silent buildings disappeared into the fog above. Floating lanterns drifted through the cold night air, and far away in the darkness, strange glowing figures watched silently from distant windows. Cat traveled into the ghost city. The quieter the world became. Even the wind had disappeared. Only the soft glow of floating lanterns illuminated the endless streets. And somewhere beyond the fog, a distant bell echoed through the darkness. High above the silent city, the giant moon illuminated the endless fog beneath the night sky. The black cat stopped beside the empty street. For a moment, everything felt peaceful, beautiful, almost like a dream forgotten long ago. Far behind the station, the ghost train still waited beneath the moonlight. Blue smoke slowly drifted from its ancient wheels into the cold air. Its glowing windows remained silent and motionless, as if the train itself was waiting for another lost soul to appear from the darkness. And then, slowly, the ghost train disappeared into the endless fog once again. Its glowing lights faded deeper into the darkness until nothing remained beneath the moonlight. Only silence, only mist, as if the mysterious train had never existed at all. Night sky, the lonely black cat sat silently beside the ancient railway tracks. Cold moonlight reflected in its glowing blue eyes, and somewhere far away, hidden deep beyond the fog, the ghost train still waits for its next passenger.